So, hello everyone, welcome to CivilPrep. So, this is a session on PYQPrep for Geography Optional PYQ program. Okay, so here we can see that we are having in this initiative so that the various aspirants they can look at the perception of geography while writing the answer and they can understand this in a better way. So to have this better understanding, you can join our YouTube channel by this link, and you can also join our Telegram group where we are having daily discussion by this link, Telegram QR code, which is provided here. Also, one more thing I would like to tell you guys that we are having a reprep program for geography optional aspirants, okay, who are writing mains 2025. So here you will be able to write certain answers, okay. Sometimes what happens, we write answers, okay, but we are not associated with any coaching. So we need to take certain bulkier programs, okay, to understand that how we are writing just answers. So making this issue quite smaller, we are having a test evaluation and mentorship with respect to 5 questions, 10 questions, and 20 questions. And the charges for the questions are kept with respect to the mentorship and the evaluation. So either you need evaluation or mentorship. So you can see likewise as per your requirement. Okay. So in this program, we'll be having personalized one test paper based mentorship when you're not satisfied with the ongoing test and evaluation and feedback in certain classes, so you can join a program where you can have a better insight. So when you are looking for the personalized mentorship for the individual test, you can join this program here. Okay. So moving to the next part, we have PYQ, which is question 2C. Here it is asking about with suitable sketches, elaborate the bottom topography of the Indian Ocean. So this question is asked in 2024. So we need to see that what are the bottom topography of the Indian Ocean and what are the different aspects associated with it. Now, when I am talking about the Indian Ocean, so here I would like to shape this background first with the introduction that Indian Ocean is one of the youngest ocean formed after the movement of Indian plate from Gondwana land and with collision with Eurasian plate, the Indian Ocean was completely formed with various features like trenches, mid-oceanic ridges, then here we have various islands, seamounts, then ocean basins, etc. So these are the basic part which we can add in the introduction and which have evidence through plate tectonics model by Morgan and Mackenzie and the seafloor spreading by Harry Hess. Okay, so from this part, we can give our introduction where we are including the complete background of the Indian part, okay, the Indian Ocean part, which is quite important for us to make a discussion on, make an elaboration basically, if I will say, that how the Indian Ocean is formed and what is its current topography. Now, I will first move you to the a map, which is a 3D map, okay, which I have currently. So this map will help us to understand in a better way that what are the various topographical features of the Indian Ocean, okay. So first here we'll be seeing that towards the western part of the Indian Ocean, we have the presence of the Arabian Basin, okay. We have Arabian Sea and Arabian Basin, okay. Here we can also see that we have Scotera Island, okay. Here we have the Somali Abyssal Plain. Then along with this, we also have the Somali Basin. Under this, we have certain islands like Aldabra Island, okay, Cosmedolo Island, and Poricor Group. Here we have a trench also, okay. Here we have a Amirantin Trench, okay. We also have Seychelles Island in this part. When we move to the more downward part, here we can see we have Mascarene Basin. Okay, Mascarene Basin. With this, we also have a Natal Basin. Okay, we also have a plateau that is Mozambique Plateau. Okay, apart from this, there is a Madagascar Basin also here. Okay, and along with this, a Madagascar Plateau. Now, if we look at this part here, we have a Indian Ocean ridge at this point. So this is the Indian Ocean ridge, which is present here, okay, which is quite important for us to explain here. Now, in between this, we have a Rodriguez fracture zone also, okay. Here we have, if we look at this part, we have mid-oceanic ridge in this point, okay, which is quite important for us. Then we have Weimar Trench in between them. Then if we look at this Laccadive part, so here we have Chagos Laccadive Plateau. Okay, in between this, we have Maldives Island. Here we have Chagos Archipelago. Okay, apart from this, we have at this part, that is the Ganges-Kun and the Ceylon Abyssal Basin. Here we have 90 East Ridge. Okay, here we can see this is the 90 East Ridge, which is present here in this point. Okay, apart from this, the various other important features when we look at here. So we have here Diamantina fracture zone. Okay, Diamantina fracture zone, it is present here. Then we have Wharton Basin, which is important for this perspective here. Okay, we have Naturalite Plateau here in this part, besides Australia. Then we have Exomoth Plateau also here. Okay, then there is an interaction with the Pacific Ocean region. So here we have a Java Trench. Okay, so this Java Trench, it is also an important part here. So these things we can see here, these are quite important from the Indian Ocean perspective. Okay, so talking about the ridge here, here we have the Rift Valley. Okay, this is the complete part of Rift Valley. Then we have Amsterdam Fracture Zone. Okay, after Amsterdam Fracture Zone, here we have mid-oceanic ridge at this point. Okay, so this is the mid-oceanic ridge which is present here. Now we will see here that these are the basic top-bottom topography of the Indian Ocean, which we are seeing right now. Okay, so if we try to elaborate this part, we can elaborate it in a very simple manner. Okay, number one, when we talk about the various features here, so here we can see number one, when we talk about the mid oceanic ridges, here we have Mid-Indian Ridge. Okay. Number 2, we have Carlsberg Ridge. Okay. So here we see that these ridges, they are having upwelling magma. Okay. Along with this, if we talk about the trenches, we have a Java Trench or Java Sunda Trench. Okay, so here we see that this is basically a convergent boundary. Okay, apart from this, we have seen other trenches here. Like here we can see the Amarantan Trench. Okay, to add a few part here, I'll just take it down. Okay, so into the mid-oceanic ridge part, we will also add here 90 East Ridge. Okay, which is present towards the Eastern Indian Ocean. Okay, so these are the trenches also we have added here. We have added the ridges also. Okay, so now moving forward, we'll be looking at certain plateaus. So when we talk about plateau, here we see that we have various plateaus here. For example, Mozambique Plateau, okay, Madagascar Plateau, okay. We will be noting here this two first. Mozambique Plateau, Madagascar Plateau. Okay. Apart from this, we also see here that we have the Mascarene Plateau. Okay, so we can also see this here in this part, that is Madagascar, okay, Mozambique, and here we have various plateaus, other plateaus which we can name it here. So we have Naturality Plateau. Okay, so here we'll be seeing that these plateaus, they are also important, and they have been formed because of the sediment accumulation and volcanism. Okay, they are basically rich in polymetallic nodules. Okay, and they have layered of ocean crust with the sedimentary crust here. Okay, now moving forward, we'll be talking about the basins. So number one basin here we have, that is Arabian Basin. Okay, which is present in Western Indian Ocean. Okay, we can look at here. We have Arabian Basin here. Then we have Somali Abyssal Plains, that is Somali Basin. Okay, then we have Natal Basin and Madagascar Basin. Somali Basin. Number 3, Madagascar Basin. Number 4, Natal Basin. Okay. Apart from this, naming others. Okay. Here we have Ceylon Abyssal Plain. Okay. Then here we have Warthon Basin. Warthon Basin. If we look at the formation of these basins, basically these basins, they have been formed here because of the they are part of the deep ocean. Okay, they are part of the deep ocean plains. Basically, they are part of the abyssal plains. Okay, now here we'll be seeing that they are having quite good depth, which is ranging from 4,000 meters up to 6,000 meters here. Okay, so in these basins also we have the presence of polymetallic nodules. Okay, आप सभी को पता ही होगा कि through the deep ocean mission, India is trying to extract various polymetallic nodules consisting of cobalt, copper, okay, manganese, zinc, and other parts also here. Okay, so this is an important part, that is the basin. Now, moving forward, we can look at the various islands. Islands and seamounts. So under this, we'll be seeing that when we talk about islands, we have Seychelles Island, we have Mauritius Island. Then here we have, we can see here, Aldabra Island. Okay, we have Chagos Archipelago. Okay, here we can see Mauritius. Okay, this is the Reunion Island. Okay, so we can name them also here. Reunion Island. Chagos Archipelago. Okay, we also have here okay, here we can see a fancy nicotine seamount is present here. Okay, so this is also certain parts we can see which is present here inside the as a part of the island. Okay, so here we'll be seeing that here we have various part here. Okay, with respect to the mid-oceanic ridges, trenches, plateaus, basin, islands, and seamounts, which makes us a very important part here for the development of this particular Indian Ocean region or the Indian Ocean basin here. Okay, so moving to the part of conclusion, here we'll be writing Indian Ocean, though young, consists of passive margins and generally having low presence of island, and seamount, as well as trenches. But it is important for fishing and polymetallic minerals presence, helping in economic development of region. Okay, so guys, this is an answer which we can see here. So this is a question on with suitable sketches, elaborate the bottom topography of the Indian Ocean. Here we have given an introduction of Indian Ocean, where it is the youngest ocean formed after the movement of Indian plate from Gondwana land and with the collision with Eurasian plate. So Indian Ocean was completely formed with the various features like trenches, mid-oceanic ridges, islands, seamounts, and basins. Okay, which have evidence to the plate tectonic model and also the seafloor spreading by the Harry Hess. Now, here we can see the map of the Indian Ocean, which is in the 3D form. So here we can see the Arabian Sea, Arabian Basin, then Scotland Island, then Somali Basin. Then here we have Mascarene Basin. Here we have Natal Basin, Mozambique Plateau. Then here we have Madagascar Plateau. Then here we have Madagascar Basin. This is the mid-Indian Ocean Ridge. Okay. Here we have the the extension of the part of the mid-oceanic ridge here. Here we have Weimar Trench. Then here we can see the presence of the Rift Valley. Here we can see the Amsterdam fracture zone. Okay. Then there is extension of the mid-oceanic ridge in this part also. Okay. We also have the 90 East ridge here. Then we have here Ceylon Abyssal Basin. Okay. Apart from this, certain islands like Maldives Islands, Chagos Archipelago. Okay. Then we have here the uh, Seychelles. Okay. Then we also have certain other islands in this particular region here. So through this part, we can understand that how the Indian Ocean Basin is formed. Then talking about the features here, the mid-oceanic ridges consisting of Mid-Indian Ridge, okay, Carlsberg Ridge, and 90 East Ridge. Then trenches, Java Sunda Trench and Amarantine Trench. Then the plateaus, Mozambique Plateau, Madagascar Plateau, Mascarene Plateau, and Naturality Plateau. Okay. Basins, Arabian Basin, Somali Basin, Madagascar Basin, Natal Basin, Ceylon Basin, and Wharton Basin. Then we have various islands like Seychelles, Mauritius, Reunion, Chagos, and Afansi Nicotin. Seamount is also present here. Then concluding here with the Indian Ocean, though young consists of the passive margins and generally having low presence of islands and seamount as well as trenches, but it is important for the fishing and polymetallic mineral presence, helping in the economic development of the region. So guys, with this answer, we can conclude our answer here. So see you in the next session. Thank you.